Hello and welcome to Spirit. Hi.
Cat.
This is our interactive Monster of the Week charity game where you, the viewer, can affect the game by your donations to support Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis, Indiana. That's right. By helping children, you can screw over my players. Or me.
Wow. That got aggressive fast, Joseph.
Or you can help them. It's up to you. Entirely up to you. Last we left off, we had a lot of things happen in the last, for 5 episodes? 5 episodes. We're on 6. Can you believe that? You have to do that. Those are my papers. I need them.
You don't.
I know, but you're making
Screaming.
Okay.
What are you doing,
Sorry.
little cat?
Poor kitty.
Ada got a hold of it.
You
How
said
dare
Ada,
you.
not Theta. Okay, never mind.
Theta got a hold of it.
Nope.
What?
Wrong. Wait.
So
Oh,
yeah,
I need hearing.
it's been an interesting couple episodes. Our volunteer group of paranormal investigators were recruited into the Salem Paranormal Investigation Research Information Team, which is Spirit.
Squad.
Spirit
Spirits.
Squad. And they met Markus, who hired them basically as volunteers. No, if you mess with those, you're going down. Go. Hey.
Yeet.
So yeah, they met Markus. Markus gave them a couple assignments, and they went out and they found evidence of paranormal activity in Salem, Massachusetts. Irrefutable evidence, as they not only captured imagery, video, what are those things called? EVPs, all that stuff was captured as evidence. They also had personal experiences with these things that they will not soon forget. So they are now convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt that paranormal events do take place in Salem. But just why they were involved in Spirit and what's going on, they're not quite sure, as they went back to report to Markus and found him dead in the office. They investigated what was going on, opened up his office, found a whole bunch of stuff, and then left the office in a hurry as the cops showed up to the back of the office. They went to Catherine's house. Catherine offered to put them up for the night, and they, because it was such a long night, they went to bed, and we are going to pick up the following morning, so it is April 2nd? April 2nd on our calendar. The day after April Fool's, 2022, and we'll start the morning off in Catherine's apartment. You can see we've got some lovely imagery for you here to help with your immersion. So,
Don't ask me why Catherine's couch has wheels. I don't know.
because you're a mobile medic, so everything around you has to be mobile.
Everything has to be on wheels.
Fair.
Catherine just lifts up her foot and
Boo.
you see Heelys.
I'm gonna make it canon that Catherine moves around a lot.
Or
There you
she
go.
just gets like can't sleep and moves all of the stuff in her apartment around. She was like, you know what, make this faster? Wheels.
It's eclectic as fuck.
Don't like it, but it's canon now.
Try to be careful. If you put wheels on it, that means that thing can get haunted. I mean, it happened to your car.
Okay, but
I'm
it could
just saying.
literally bring a whole new meaning to couch surfing.
Oh no.
We're not couch surfing on my couch, brother.
Oh.
So it's early in the morning. You had texted Lieutenant, the lieutenant. I'm just gonna go with that because I don't.
Lynette Thatch.
Yeah, Lynette, Detective Lynette, that you needed to talk with her. She said 10 a.m. It's about 9 a.m. and you get a message on your phone, Catherine. And as you look at the message, it says, "On my way."
Ada's making breakfast.
Guys, what are we gonna say to Detective Thatch? I wasn't thinking this through when I said we would talk to her.
We're not going to say anything. We're going to plead the fifth and go from there and ask for our lawyers.
Well, we did contact her, so that would be pretty weird if
Well,
we
that
did
was
that.
stupid.
I do think we need to think about what do they know, so we don't tell them anything else. We shut the door.
Hey, thanks, Zant. I don't know what's going to happen now for $20.
I mean, they found the basement, but we sealed the door to the underground, so they
Did
don't know
they?
about that.
Did they find the basement? Because we closed the bookshelf.
Oh, did you? Because I was running
Yeah.
out of there.
Oh, no.
You
I
did
closed
push
it
the
behind
button,
me.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
You made sure that you pushed the button to close that door.
To the underground part. Did we also move the bookshelf though?
Oh, that's right. You just pushed the button.
Did we not? I thought we did.
Or did someone else?
Everybody did one thing.
Yeah.
I think Derek and Benny closed the bookshelf while Ada did the safe and picture frame.
Yeah.
All right. So hopefully they don't know anything about the secret basement or the underground tunnel that goes all over the city, apparently.
The opioid den.
They probably know that we were there, or at least
I mean,
Detective Lynette probably knows. I guess they can't prove it. Hopefully there's no cameras or something while we were peeling out of there. I mean, it is a smoke shop.
in a back alley, yeah.
At that moment, the middle cushion on the couch begins to divot.
Benny is sitting in the living room with a bunch of papers spread out. He's been working all night on this 8-pointed star thing. He just stops and looks at it. She's like, guys.
I'll poke my head in. Can I see anything on the sofa?
When you poke your head in, you see a child, translucent, jumping on the couch.
The creepy child?
It's not the child, it's a different child. This one's female, probably between the ages of 6 and 7.
Catherine, do you know that your place has a ghost child?
I told you the couch was haunted.
I'm gonna have to move again.
Do ghost children fall? You're the
I don't-
reason that the creepy boy is around.
I don't know if it's children because I can't see anything. But wait a minute, what does the girl look like?
I described the girl. About 6 years old.
Long brown hair, pale skin, obviously. Immense amount of freckles all across the nose and cheeks. She looks... What's the word? Emaciated? Malnourished. Very skinny. She is wearing clothing that's probably like 70s, 80s style. It's not like old 1800s, 1700s, anything like that. It's definitely modern-ish, but a little bit more colorful.
Flower child.
Emaciated.
Benny's just staring at the couch cushion.
It's
Catherine's
fine.
gonna just put her head in her hands.
It's just
go
child
to the
jumping on the
fridge.
sofa. It's all good.
Oh, so the ghost gets to jump on the sofa and I can't?
I mean,
Because
I'm not
it's got
stopping
wheels and you will kill yourself.
you. Then you'll be the ghost child.
Wait, where'd you get this couch? Maybe that is what happened to the ghost child. Is this thing new, or did you get this from like a Goodwill?
Or was it already here
I
when you moved
Goodwilled
in?
it, okay? So
I'm gonna go sit next to the ghost child on the couch.
The cushions continue to bounce for a second until you sit, and then they just stop, and there's a divot in the center of the cushion.
Small child.
Ada, talk to the small ghost child and make them go back to bed or something.
It's 9 a.m. I can't make a ghost child go back to bed.
Don't ghosts sleep during the day?
No. What the hell?
If a place is haunted, it's going to be haunted no matter what time of the day. I'm pretty sure ghosts don't have curfews.
I'll go talk to the ghost child.
Yeah, you walk up to the child, and the child acknowledges your presence by watching you approach. Sitting, what is it called? Crisscross applesauce?
Sure. I will bend down next to her and go, hey, what's your name?
My name's Amelia.
Amelia, that's very pretty. How long have you been here?
Oh, 2-3 minutes. Are you
Where
my
did you-
mommy?
I am not.
I can't find my mommy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know where in the last place you saw her?
At the store.
Which store?
The store we go to. It has the food.
Oh, the store with the
There's
food.
a pony out front, and Mom gives me a penny, and I ride the pony.
A penny?
Yeah, a penny.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh.
I'm over here like, Jesus, nothing can be picked up for a penny anymore. Well, how did you get here?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I was not here, and now I'm here. This is a fun
Interesting.
couch. And everybody sees, as the child gets up and starts jumping on the couch, you see the cushion.
Ada, do you know what store she's talking about?
I look at him and go, Derek, it's the store with the food, obviously.
No,
and
it,
the
but it
pony.
has a pony out front. That's not something that you see every day, Ada.
Do I know what store the child is talking about, Joseph?
There's not many stores nowadays that have those penny ride machines in front of them. Derek is absolutely right. But you are familiar. There is one downtown that has an antique. It's across the street from Edmund's Antiques.
Okay.
And it has one of those penny machines. It has a rocket ship and a pony.
Yeah, there's one downtown. Has a rocket ship and a pony. Pretty impressive.
Do you remember what you and your mom were doing when you got separated?
Can you hear the ghost, Derek?
I don't.
I didn't know if you could, man.
Sorry, I thought it was. You described it to everyone.
And you were
Oh,
mumbling
goodness.
pretty loud, Ada.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you know what's your mom's name?
I don't know.
Okay. Do
She
you know
looks
what
a
your
bit sad and now kind of scared.
Oh, honey, it's okay. Do you know what your last name is?
Stops jumping and sits down again. No.
Okay.
Does
That's
she
okay.
see a light?
Do you see a light?
Well, yeah, and she points up to the corner where the little hangy lights are at.
No, I mean a different kind of light, not a light bulb.
No? Should I see a light?
I don't know.
At this moment, there's a knock on the front door.
Oh, I'm going back into the kitchen.
Should I clean this stuff up?
Yes. Ada, why don't you take that into my room? and
That?
Stay there.
Okay. I look at the ghost child and go, "Hey, come with me. Let's go look at the cat."
She's so much nicer to this ghost child than real children.
Right?
I don't mean you're not real. I mean
Yeah, this
alive
is like-
children.
The nicest I've seen Ada.
Shut up.
Catherine's gonna go to the door.
Yeah. You open the door, and standing there, just as expected, is Detective Lynette Thatch.
Catherine
She
looks
is-
super duper tired.
I love her.
He says, "Good morning. May I come in?"
Absolutely.
She needs a warrant. You hear from the other room.
Don't mind them. They're just friends. They stayed the night.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm here about.
Come on, I've got breakfast and water. You're welcome to sit with us and we'll discuss whatever we need to discuss.
Actually, you're not going to have a whole lot of time.
Okay.
Bye.
Gonna get arrested.
Yeah, perhaps. You, you were at the scene of the crime. We have security footage of you leaving Marcus's, death, and your fingerprints are all over.
But we wore gloves.
We wore gloves.
I know that you guys work for S.P.I.R.I.T, and you volunteer your time, and you're investigating these paranormal occurrences that he has in the back room. I know what's going on here, but the circumstances don't look good, and with you fleeing the scene of a crime, you have like
what
half an hour.
Done?
What was the crime exactly?
Murder. You're suspected of murder.
How?
did we mummify a corpse?
Look, I investigate these kind of things on my own as well. I'm into the paranormal. I know things happen beyond explanation, but that's not what most of the cops in the department look at this as, okay? They see a dead body. They don't know how you did it, but with the footage and you guys being the last ones on the scene, and then...
But, Detective, that you said that there was security cameras and footage and stuff. So wouldn't have there been footage of Marcus's death?
Funny enough, no, there's not any footage of the only thing they have is probable cause. They are going to arrest you as suspects. They don't have anything else, but they don't need anything else. I'm here to tell you, they know where you're at. They're coming for you. And she pulls out a key, and she hands it to Catherine. It's not going to be much, but it's a safe house.
Where is it?
She gives you an address. It is on the northwest part of Salem, outside of the city limits, but still within the area. About a half an hour drive.
So you want us to flee? Because we didn't commit a crime. We just left because, I don't know, it was late and we decided to leave.
If you want to risk telling the judge that, then I can take you in and we can take your statements. But that body was fucked up.
Again, we couldn't have done it, but there's no way to prove that we didn't. There's no way to prove that we did. It's probable cause.
That's all they need for an arrest.
They can't hold us without evidence, but yeah, I don't want to be arrested.
But is it going to be worse if we just keep running? Yeah.
Not if you can uncover what's going on.
Can we?
How long do we have to figure this out, do you think? Because if we get seen in public, we're just going to get the cops called on us and arrested.
Well, don't be caught in public then. I mean, you're not criminal number one. You're not the public enemy number one or anything. They're not going to be on a huge lookout for you, but they have all your addresses, so you can't go home. This is the best I can do. In fact, me being here and giving you a heads up is going to look bad enough. I'm going to have to explain how I missed you.
We could knock you out.
Ada.
You could try.
I mean,
No,
if you let
no.
us.
No, Ada. We are not knocking out Detective Thatch, our only lifeline.
I'm pretty sure that would like put another mark on our
Adding that
records.
to our list of crimes.
Catherine goes back into it goes deeper into the house.
Besides, there's enough on you already, Ada. You don't want to add to that list.
Excuse me?
I've seen your rap sheet.
My rap sheet for theft?
Yeah, that would be on a rap sheet.
That's all I have.
You were really like jumpy for somebody who just has theft on their rap sheet.
Don't worry about it.
How many thefts do you have?
A couple.
Don't worry about it.
Take the key.
Catherine's getting a bag together of some clothes and some stuff. And she looks like she's ready to go after about 3 minutes of hurriedly running around this apartment.
Yeah,
She
let's not
also-
knock out the cop because Even though we're innocent of this crime, we can't commit any crimes along the way, or this isn't a movie.
I mean, we're probably going to be committing a lot of crimes along the way.
I don't know what you have planned. I don't feel like committing a whole bunch of crimes along the way. I don't know what you plan on doing, but we don't need to
one of the
steal
big
anything.
crimes we're doing is running from the police.
But we're not guilty. And
Yeah,
we're
guys,
innocent
we
until
don't have
proven
a-
guilty.
A lot of time. We should
I'm leaving,
probably-
and whoever wants to come with me can come with me.
In fact, they don't even know that we know that they're trying to arrest us. So we're just not here when they get here. That's not running. We're just not home.
Exactly. She hands you
Lynette, thank you.
an older, it's a cheap cell phone. It's a burn phone. She hands you a
Okay.
phone. She says, "You know my number. Use it in
Yeah.
case of emergency."
I'm leaving mine here. You guys do the same.
I mean,
Take
some
them.
of our phones are broken, so
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Benny.
Benny's phone is out the window in the highway.
I think also Derek's.
Benny broke my. I don't know how. I can't remember how he broke it, but he did. Can I borrow someone's phone just really fast?
Take
Why?
the burn phone.
I need to call a
tossed the
friend.
burn phone.
You okay?
I tossed the burn phone to
That might not be a good idea. Because once you use that burn phone to call me, they can then pull up the information on other numbers that phone has called.
Okay.
Only use that phone in an emergency to contact me.
I
Okay.
hand Derek my phone. Call your contact, and then we can destroy my phone.
I'm just doing that real quick. He's just calling a friend to have them take care of Beans, his dog.
You son of a bitch.
Catherine is like
It's
down
a
the
living
stairs.
being. What do you...
Okay,
She's
I
shouting
gotta.
up as she's going down the stairs. Y'all got 3 minutes.
Grab my shit and follow Catherine. I don't have a lot of
Same.
stuff in your apartment.
Benny's gonna stop before going out. Hey, detective. Is there any way I could send you some of the stuff that we find?
Yeah. Actually, here she pulls out her little flip badge, and she pulls out a card that's separate from that. Here, this is my email address. It's not attached to the department. It's my personal email address.
Okay, I'll
Again,
send you some stuff.
Be careful what you're sending and when you're sending it. I am an officer of the law, and I can only do so much.
I know. Just think that you should know about the whole Chaos Star thing. And then he's gonna grab his bag and walk past her.
She kind of looks at you odd, like inquisically, not odd, but gives you a quizzical look as you're walking past about the Chaos Star. So you all get
Shut
ready,
the heck up, Cass.
and you all pile into the minivan and head out to the safe house.
I will note, Joe,
Mhm.
that I park in a random location about 1.5 miles away from the safe house and then walk the rest of the way there.
Okay, you can do that, but as you're kind of going towards the safe house, you leave the city limits and you get into this rural area where there's a lot less houses in between each other. There's
Okay.
also, when you get to the address that she gave you, there's like 1.5 miles long driveway up to the house.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I won't worry about that.
The surrounding yard is just like chest-high grass weeds. It's very thick. It's very obvious that this place has not been maintained in a while. As you're going up this gravel driveway, you're approaching this house. It's made of brick. It looks like it was probably built in the late 1700s, early 1800s. It's like an original Salem house complex, but it's been left. It's abandoned. You can see that the windows are all shuttered shut. There's a board across the front door. Some other boards across some of the shuttered windows. It definitely looks like this place is not currently used.
$10. This place is haunted.
Of course it is. We
I'm
wouldn't
sure
get
it
so
is.
lucky it wasn't.
Everything in this town is haunted. Now let's see if we can't figure out this star.
Why does she have this?
I mean,
Safe
it's a
house to get
safe
people out of
house.
here.
Is that blood, Joseph?
That is carpet.
What? That doesn't look like carpet.
It is a pile of insulation and carpet and
Oh.
random debris.
Okay.
As you enter in, this house looks like it used to be very nice. It used to be a very nice house, but it has seen better days. Paint is chipping from the walls. You have the smell of black mold, must, drywall that's been decrepit. The hardwood floors have seen better days. There's a lot of scuff marks. A lot of the stain kind of has faded. There's some graffiti on the walls. It looks solid and secure. It looks like it's gonna keep you out of the weather and keep you safe, but it definitely looks like it's seen better days.
Anybody else getting kind of murder house vibes?
I mean, if we're gonna die, this would be the place that we would do it in.
You didn't have any
And
visions
worse.
of that, did you?
I haven't had any vision since the beginning of our mystery. Where we were all dead in the lighthouse, I think.
Is this a 1-story, 2-story,
This is a 3-story building,
3-story?
if you include the basement.
Oh, hell no.
So there's a basement, which you can tell by while you walk in. You kind of you see the foyer. You see that there's a big dining room, a big living room. There's a kitchen in the back. There's a staircase that goes up and a staircase that goes down. There's no door on that. It's just a staircase that goes up, and right next to that is a staircase that goes down into the basement. You can see down into the basement. It looks like this has been a semi-finished, what are those, half-finished basements? So it's like, it's got the concrete blocks and everything. It's not like just dirt flooring, it's like cement flooring. So somebody has come in and made a basement proper. But it's an older basement, so there's lots of creaking and groaning and pipes in this house. Up the stairs, you can see that it kind of goes into a hallway, and there are several doors along the hallway.
So
There's
what do we
enough
do?
natural light in here that you can easily see right now.
There's no electricity, right?
You try flipping on a switch.
I'm gonna
try
try to
it.
flip a switch.
The chandelier in the main room that you're standing in comes on.
Ooh. Classy. Thanks, Detective Lynette.
Then he's gonna start pulling all the papers out of his bag along with the files.
Any luck since you spent like all night perusing those?
Well, I know information on all of the pagan holidays and Sabbats and the gods. And there's some correlation, mostly just death and destruction.
Okay.
But there are a couple of the holidays that are a fight between light and dark. Gonna hand her like all the notes that he took. It's about 12 pages of notes.
A lot of notes.
Benny, just explain it to me. I'm getting a headache, and we need to just figure this out together without even reading all of your notes one at a time.
Well, I don't have a clear answer yet. But, I mean, we have Aztec gods, we have Slavic gods, we have Hindu gods, we have Japanese gods. And the one thing I'm trying to figure out are these symbols that correspond with the holidays. or the Wiccan calendar. Benny's going to look through the files and see if there's any symbols that match the files to the symbols that are on the 8-pointed star.
You've spent a long time going over this. You didn't sleep very well.
Didn't sleep at all.
Yeah, so your mind is kind of jumbled at this point, and all the symbols are bleeding together. You could do with some sleep.
Take a nap, Benny.
Where?
You haven't slept in an abandoned house before? Just curl up somewhere, buddy.
Catherine's gonna put her duffel bag that she threw together on the floor as a pillow and go, here you go, bud. It's squishy.
I'm gonna go upstairs and start looking through some of the rooms up there.
As you go up the stairs, you find yourself in a hallway that goes all the way down to the end of the other end of the house, and there are 2 doors on the left and 3 doors on the right.
Okay. Just gonna go to each room and look inside.
You open the first door on the left, and it is a bedroom. There is abandoned furniture in here. There's a dresser, an armoire, a bed. It looks dusty, but there is a bed in here. It doesn't look like unstable, like it's going to fall. The floors look like they're solid enough. The place looks abandoned and unused and derelict, but not unsafe.
Okay.
You go to the next one, or across to the one on the right. It is also a bedroom. And as you're going through left, right, they all seem to be bedrooms with single beds in them. You get to the last room on the far right corner, the farthest bedroom door, or the farthest door down the hallway. And as you're approaching, you can hear what sounds like scraping coming from the room.
Okay.
It's like this. It's very erratic. There doesn't seem to be a pattern. It's not like a metronome or anything. It's very erratically patterned. Like some are long scratches, some are short scratches, some are quick successions. Then some are like long scratches.
Cool. I'm gonna try and slowly peek in through the door, just like open it a crack.
Open the door and peek your eyes in, and you see a mound of something. Kind of looks oblong, like tattered rags or a pile of towels that have been messed with and just torn apart. And there's this hump of fur, kind of brown and black in nature, and it seems to be kind of like moving, and that's where the sounds are coming from. You hear this skittering and scratching from that area.
But I can't make out what the thing is.
Not with the door just barely cracked open. You can just barely make out the shapes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna slowly close the door.
Yeah, you close the door.
I will slowly creep back down the hallway
Okay.
and go back downstairs where everybody else is.
Yeah, you continue to kind of hear, because now that you're listening for it, you kind of continue to hear that sound. It doesn't seem to have noticed that you peeked in or anything.
Yeah, there's something upstairs.
Like a ghost?
No,
Or like
there-
raccoon.
I don't know. I didn't get a good enough look at it. It's scraping in one of the rooms. I think it was bigger than a raccoon. Was it bigger than a raccoon, Joseph?
Scraping.
It wasn't enormous. If it was a raccoon, it would be a rather large raccoon.
It would, if it was a raccoon, it'd be a rather large one. It was a brownish black thing. I decided
Be a
not to
stray
charge.
dog that got stuck in.
I guess, but it looks like it's tearing something up upstairs. I didn't want to just go in there ablazing and then die, and then you guys, have to deal with my corpse next and my ghost, because heaven knows I'd be haunting you.
How do you guys want to handle this?
I mean, if it's barely bigger than a raccoon, it can't be anything too dangerous, right?
Have you seen a raccoon?
Oh yeah, I've
the
seen
tra-
much worse than raccoons.
Trash pandas are still dangerous.
I had a boyfriend once that hit one in the head with a shovel, and it just kept going.
I just imagined you saying that he hit one with another raccoon. I was like, damn! Wielded
He hit a raccoon with
raccoons!
a
Wow.
shovel, and it just kept
Got a
going.
raccoon problem.
But I'll get my axe out of the car.
I mean, I have my gun, but I didn't want to start shooting.
We're in the middle of nowhere, but we're not that far in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
Let's not have our
exactly.
cover blown just yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well, I
I'll
say
get
we
that
go
axe.
check it out.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I'm pulling out my taser flashlight. Slash metal club.
Jonathan fucking tases a raccoon.
Dog? It could have been a dog.
Maybe we should leave the front door open so if it runs out, it can have a place.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I agree.
Oliver,
nope.
hover. Set your eye to stun.
Oliver does come up though and start flapping its wings.
Jokes
Can-
aside, like just between the players, this is probably like a swarm of rats or something. Knowing Joe,
Probably.
Knowing Joe, probably, but
I'm still
Ghost
getting
rat?
a fireman's axe.
not a ghost rat. Come on, Derek. Benny,
just two
whoever it was that
raccoons.
said it.
I would never.
I would never.
You would. You might.
Also,
Job.
Benny, guess what? There's beds upstairs.
Oh, bad.
They're dusty as hell, but they're beds.
It's okay. You should see his room.
My
I have
room.
seen his room. It's also
Oh,
dusty
yes.
as hell.
What were you doing in my room?
Don't worry about it.
Jonathan
Well,
goes
I
upstairs.
can never go home now. I'm gonna follow Jonathan upstairs.
You could never go home anyway. We're on the run.
Yeah. Go upstairs.
Guys go upstairs, and
I
Ada,
open
you
the front door.
okay? You open the front door so that if it runs,
Whatever
it can
it
get
is.
out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I lead the way to the door.
Yeah, you lead them down the hall and to the door, and you can all now hear the scratching and skittering as well.
I'm gonna slowly open the door. That was unnecessarily loud.
You open the door.
I get on the floor.
Everybody walk like a dinosaur.
Yes.
You open the door, and as the door is opening, you can now see there is a big bushy tail. There are 4 legs. You can see the back. It definitely does look like some sort of dog creature, as its face and muzzle is down into this pile of clothing. And as you can now see the entirety of this thing, it looks like clothing. There's a pair of pants. There's a suit, like a jacket, and there's what looks like a tuft of hair, like the back of someone's head. It looks now, as you're looking at it, a corpse laying on the ground, and something is eating this thing.
Oh my god! We're just jumping from one corpse to another!
Whenever I first see a new type of creature, I may immediately ask one of the investigative mystery questions.
Go right into it.
Go for it.
Good on you, Jonathan.
I guess, what sort of creature is it?
This is a coyote.
Oh.
It's a coyote.
Oh. Oh. Is there a broken window?
There is.
That's a coyote.
As you say that, its ears perk up and it looks at you all, and it looks more frightened of you, and it bolts up and out the broken window.
And that's a corpse.
Yeah. Can
Look
I
at
go?
the corpse.
Yeah. Can I also go look at the corpse? Do they look familiar? Is this Lieutenant?
I'm going to attempt to flick on the light switch.
Is it Markus? Did he come back to life just to die by a coyote?
All dead bodies turn into Markus. No, I'm just kidding.
All dead bodies are Markus.
What a terrible April Fool's prank this is. Marcus's dead body follows us everywhere.
He
all
actually came
just a
here to
joke.
surprise us, but, because it was originally an April Fool's joke.
And he died by coyote.
And then he died by a coyote.
As you walk over, the body is laying face down, so it's hard to identify. The suit is torn to shreds underneath, and it looks like whatever killed this thing is probably going to be indiscernible, as the corpse itself is just a mess. Intestines spilled out. The coyote was having a great dinner until it was interrupted.
How
Oh, go ahead.
how fresh does this corpse look?
It's definitely not fresh. If you want anything
Okay.
more than that, you'll have to roll and investigate a mystery, but it's definitely not a fresh corpse. This thing is definitely in a state of decomposition.
I'm gonna pull out some gloves and flip the body over to get a face.
Yeah, does the light work in this room?
The light does
turned
work
on.
in this room.
That is a 13 for investigate a mystery.
Hell yeah.
You get to hold 2 and ask me any question you want.
What happened here? Besides a coyote eating them.
Okay. Don't forget to hold your 2. But also, at first glance, it's quite obvious that whatever killed this individual, the coyote has decimated the body and was eating what remained of the body. The body is in a state of decomposition to where it's almost like it's mummified. It's not quite mummified. It's not, there's still fluids and stuff in there, but you could see the skin was starting to decompose. You can see down to the muscular in certain areas around like the jawbone and around the rib cage. You could see down to the bone. A lot of the organs have they've passed the stage where the larvae have kind of eaten through and then turned into flies and released. So this body's been here for quite some time.
And it's winter kind of winterish right now in Salem, right? Because it's April. So it's been cold.
Yeah.
So
What?
cool.
Does the face look familiar at all?
Okay, so as you're looking at the face, there's no real way to identify who this was unless you knew them in life, because the face is not only sunken in, but you see what looks like the skin is like almost flappy in certain spots, like it's been kind of like gashed across.
Can I look for a wallet?
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna search pockets.
You search his pockets and you find a wallet. And in his front pockets, you find a lighter. It's like a little Zippo. It's not anything super fancy. It's just a Zippo lighter.
Okay.
And a pack of cigarettes. The pack of cigarettes, they're Marlboro Reds, but they're not... They're definitely from the 90s. You know, that old school Marlboro Red V-shaped pack?
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna search his wallet. Is there any, like, identification? Thank you, Anonymous, for $15.
All right, what does that do? I usually have that pulled up. I don't have it pulled up. I'm sorry. Extra life page. $20 is paranormal. 15 is... Oh.
What?
I don't like that laugh, Joseph.
Yeah.
So much for being safe.
Why?
Is this the police get called?
Is this the police? No!
No!
Oh.
We're so screwed.
We're with another corpse.
Damn. This one's older though.
While you guys are like investigating this
Catherine's downstairs and has no idea what's going on upstairs. I'm just gonna notate that.
Okay, Catherine, there is a very light rap on the front door.
The front door is open. She's standing there like waiting for some wild animal to come like skittering down the stairs.
I guess it's kind of on the side, the door frame then, the little knock.
Okay.
And you can see kind of peeking in, Detective Lynette Thatch is there.
Catherine jumps and screams a little bit and looks at Detective Thatch because you gave me a heart attack.
That's why I knocked. I'm sorry, she says, as she kind of steps across the threshold in. Did all of you make it, or is it just you?
No, they're upstairs investigating some kind of animal that was doing something.
Oh yeah, this house hasn't been used for decades. I'm sure there's critters all over the place.
Okay. Did you follow us here?
Well, I didn't follow you immediately. I didn't want to put it, but I wanted to make sure that you got here okay, and I was just coming in to check on you.
Yeah, it should be fine. Let's go check on everybody else. I haven't. It's been like 5 minutes and I haven't heard an animal. So.
Oh, okay. She follows you up the stairs.
So, yeah.
Jesus.
Hey guys, what's up?
And yeah, you're all standing over a corpse, and you just hear Detective Lynette Thatch. Fuck. Really?
This
We
was
didn't do
here.
this,
This
no.
was
It was
here.
Eaten
Super
by a
old.
coyote.
Yeah, there's a coyote in here, and look at it. It's got Marlboro Reds from the 90s.
I just hold up. Still have I have gloves on, so I hand her I just show her the packet of Marlboros. Also, what does his wallet say?
Yeah, his wallet does have an identification. It's an older driver's license from the 90s for the state of Massachusetts, and it is Jack...
The Ripper?
Z Whipper. You know, I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. He's not dead. He's whipping away at the Ren Fair.
Oh, yes.
Jack Freeman.
So this is Jack Freeman. Do you know anybody been missing for a while?
Not off the top of my head, I'm sure. And she kind of reaches out to grab the wallet. I can check the missing persons files.
Okay.
The front door was hammered shut, so whoever hammered it shut, there was a body in here whenever that happened.
It looks like it's been here for a while.
You sent us to a safe house with a corpse.
I didn't know. Look, we haven't
And a
used the
coyote.
safe house. That's the point of the safe house. It's supposed to be safe
You
for
guys
you to...
don't check them ever?
We haven't used this one. It's off the books.
That seems sus.
You would be sus of
Detective-
everyone. I'm trying to help.
Detective Thatch is helping us. Try not to be such a crazy person.
This
She's
could
not
have
a
been
crazy
pinned on
person.
us.
Well, listen.
It could have, but it won't be because Detective Thatch knows that it's not us. Because
It's not you. This has been here far too long for you guys to have done this.
But the other one was mummified, and
Yes.
we're still
Unfortunately, I wasn't the only one on scene that time, okay? I was accompanied by other officers. Listen, I have a crew. We can get this body cleaned up. Find out who it is, what's going on, if it's part of the missing persons cases. I can get this done for you. Don't be in the house tonight when I have the crew come by.
where do we go tonight then?
It'll
Anywhere?
only be 2 or 3 hours. It won't be late. I can't give you an
Alright,
exact time
Applebee's.
yet.
We
That's
can't be
okay.
in public, Benny.
There's
Look,
there's no APB out yet. You're fine for now. Just don't go up to any cops.
I
Maybe I'll-
always do that.
Where's
Maybe we
the
can
closest
go-
Applebee's? We're in the middle of nowhere.
No, we're not going to Applebee's. Benny, didn't we have a location for what was in the center of the star? And what was like a next point to go to? Didn't we have like 2 locations we were gonna go to?
Yeah, hang on. Let me go check my notes.
If
Yeah,
you're
so
going to
didn't
be
we decide that last
investigating,
time?
be careful. I can't warn anybody that you're coming. I can't clear a route or anything. You're on your own. You need to find some
Trying to fix
evidence
some
that's going to clear your
glasses.
name for Marcus. You need to figure out what's going on with all this. When you've got
Nobody
some
will believe
hardcore...
us that a ghost killed Marcus.
I know, that's why you need to figure out what's going on and find some evidence that clears your name. Anything. Anything I can use.
Okay.
Find a suspect other than you guys.
Oh,
it's
I
a
give her that
ghost,
one
they're
name. Adam. And the phone number that he called us on.
Huh. She takes out her little notebook and she writes down the phone number. You have a last name or...
Adam M.
Adam M. Well, there's going to be a lot of Adams, but I'll go
I
through.
know.
I will look.
Yeah, but he was one of
Probably search
Marcus's
by phone
friends.
number. Aside from that, we have an alibi for the time of death. We were at the hospital.
Yeah.
That's actually very helpful because the hospital, as you know, Catherine, will have video surveillance, and if we can establish that you weren't there at the time of death for Marcus, you'll be safe. Give me some time to follow up on this information. Adam, she reads back the phone number, and let me grab the hospital surveillance footage. This should be enough to clear you guys.
Yeah, 2 of us were actually down in the morgue at one point. So you could always talk to, and I'm gonna give her the name of the guy that was working. I can't remember.
That's fine, yeah. Okay, alright, that's, this is more than enough. Let me look into this. It'll take some time to get all this gathered up, but I'll give you a call.
Okay, and you said they're gonna come tonight to take care of this.
Yeah, I'll text you when I know what time they'll be here. It'll only be a couple hours while they clean up.
All right, we'll make sure we're out of Dodge.
Try to have a good afternoon, and good luck.
Thanks, Detective Flash.
She goes back down the stairs and out the front door. Thank you for donating. Because that entire scene was all based on your donations.
All right, guys, so we should rest up, try to all get some actual rest before tonight, and then we can figure out where we're going.
Sure.
I'm gonna start looking around for a different room with a different bed that's not the corpse bed.
There's like 5 other rooms that don't have the corpse in it.
There were a total of 5 rooms. There's 4 other rooms.
Okay.
Well, I mean, plus there's the downstairs and the basement. Downstairs doesn't have any furniture. You haven't looked in the basement.
Before Lynetta goes, could I just be like, can you check the rest of the house for corpses when you guys come back?
Yeah, we'll make sure it's cleared and safe.
Good.
I'm gonna go stick my head in the basement and make sure there's no animals, corpses.
No, basement.
Gates to hell.
Yeah, portal to hell.
You go down the steps just enough to kind of see, and it's just a square room with 4 support pillars in the room, concrete support pillars. You can see the rafters. There's some vent ducts and some piping in between the floor rafters. Nothing else in the basement.
Perfect. Go back up and find a room.
Okay. As you all kind of settle in for a little bit, we're going to take a real quick break, bio break. We'll be back in a couple minutes, so join us right about 10 o'clock as we come back for the next part of this episode. We'll see you in just a bit. welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. The graphics you guys got for it. So cool. Thank you, Zant. I appreciate that.
Joe works hard.
So yeah, we are at the safe house. We have had Detective Thatch come in and check on you and find that, oh, there is a body here. Why is there a body here? It's been here for a while, at least since the 90s or something like that. So you have discovered that the basement is empty and safe, and the rest of the house has, other than, you know, the cleaners coming in later to take the body out of the house is clear and safe. So what are you all doing?
I'm gonna go to Derek.
He's cleaning out a room very thoroughly.
Do you expect to move in forever? What's happening?
Well, I just want it to be okay to sleep in, and I was figuring if you want this room, like, that's fine. And
That's very sweet. You want to summon the dead with me? Communicate with the dead? Yeah, that's a better term.
I like doing things with you. Yeah. Why are we summoning the dead? Why are you guys being weird? That's
This is a Derek conversation with Ada.
Yeah, you guys aren't here.
I'm wondering if we could talk to Markus.
If we could try.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool. We can try now.
Do we want to wait? How long is that gonna take?
I don't know how long that's gonna take. Shouldn't take very long, I wouldn't think, if he is willing to talk to us and we don't get caught by somebody else.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
We have everything. Derek's gonna start getting stuff set up.
Mhm.
Make a summoning circle. I'm gonna do some magics.
Grab some candles out of my bag to light. Do all that.
Okay, so you set up for the ritual. Prepare yourselves.
Close the door. Because the others will freak out.
Oh, it's fine.
And start trying to summon Marcus's spirit. Want us to roll some magic?
Yeah, that's gonna be a big magic roll.
Okay. What do you need?
What's a big magic?
It's use magic, but there's like things that would, like, the summoning circle is one of the things that would probably need for it.
Yeah, so you get to choose. There's a, let's see, you need to spend a lot of time.
Are you
or,
trying to
like-
summon him, or are you just doing like a seance?
More of a seance kind of thing.
That's not usually stuff that's in our power.
I'm a spooky. It's probably in mine.
Mm,
Well, yeah, with big magic, there's just some sort of big
Yeah.
requirement.
yeah. It doesn't have to have any other things. You can
Okay.
just let us do our big magic. That's fine.
I got an idea. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Roll your use magic roll, please.
$14.
Nice. Do you want us both to do that, or do you want me to do a help?
Yeah, do your help.
Okay. It's not as good, but
It's help out, right? Yeah, help out.
okay, cool. Well, 9 is a +1, so
So 15. All right.
15.
An added benefit. All right. But because this is big magic and put a stipulation on it, this is actually what happens. So the two of you sit in the room. It doesn't take too long before the candles begin to flicker and the room begins to chill, and you can see your own breath as you're talking. And Ada, you can see It's as if someone were walking through the door. They make the motion of opening the door and then shutting the door behind them, and you can see the feet, the legs, and then it kind of just materializes into the waist, the three-piece suit, and he's walking with a limp, and he's got that fedora hat. It is Markus.
Hello, Markus.
He mouths the words hello. And Derek, you don't see anything, but you hear Ada say, "Hello, Markus."
Do you know how you died?
He nods.
Was it the ghost child?
He shakes his head no.
A different ghost?
He shakes his head no.
Not a ghost?
He shakes his head yes. Being very slow and deliberate in his motions.
Yeah. Was it the fisherman guy?
He kind of tilts his head and then points at you.
I don't think that's a yes. Was it me? Did I kill you?
He rolls his eyes and then shakes his head no very slowly.
Right track, though, the fisherman guy?
He nods his head yes. And then he looks down in his pocket and pulls up what looks like an ethereal pocket watch and pops it open. Then he pops it closed.
Are we running out of time?
He puts it back. He fades away.
Son of a bitch.
Did you get anything?
Ghost child didn't do this. The fisherman guy has something to do with it. Markus pulled out a pocket watch, flipped it open, closed it, and then disappeared. So, either there's something in the pocket watch we need, or he's saying that we're running out of time. Or both. But if we need something out of his pocket watch, we're done fucked up, because I don't think we're getting to that body.
Hopefully we're not running out of time either.
Yeah, that's
Worse.
dangerous.
So we can assume that none of those people were killed by the child, probably.
Maybe not, but the thing about the child is he keeps feeling threatening. Like he has that threatening feeling of him.
Maybe that's just you. Just being paranoid a little bit.
People, okay, listen.
Just because he's kind of creepy looking.
I don't know any like person who just extends their jaw creepily. That doesn't mean to be a little bit threatening.
Children can open their mouths very wide and scream very loudly.
It's not that kind of
but
wide.
It is threatening.
And he
You're right.
followed us, which is something else.
Maybe he wants help. Maybe
But if he wants
warning?
help, we are the ones that would help him.
Should we? We could try to bring. Well, maybe I don't think the others would like if we tried to bring him here.
No, I don't think they would either. I don't think they'd be happy that I did this.
The pocket watch. I wonder
if Lynetta could. Maybe we leave a note somewhere for her that maybe she would find at least.
That might be good. I mean, we don't even need the pocket watch. Maybe if she could just get her hands on it and look at it.
Take pictures.
Take pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I blow out the candles, Joseph.
They are blown out.
Should we tell the others what we figured out?
Not a bad idea. Hopefully they don't ask too many questions.
If they do, I mean, we need to figure this out.
Yeah.
And they're very smart. You guys are all very smart, so.
So are you. Look, you may dress like a surfer boy and kind of act dumb, but you're a smart man.
Well, thank you, but that's your guys' job.
What's your job,
I'm just to pull you out of shit when you get into it.
That's why I asked you here to do this ritual with me. All right. Everybody's resting. We'll talk to them after.
Sounds good.
Yeah. You should rest too.
You as well.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Ah.
So, you all take your rest. Benny, you're taking a nap?
I think he tried and he got like maybe 20 minutes. But he has so much on his mind that he's going to kind of flip open his laptop and compare the map to several things, trying to figure out what's in the middle and where they should go next.
Okay. So you're going to spend some of the time investigating some more. Go ahead and roll and investigate a mystery. Who else is anybody staying up doing anything, or are you all taking some much needed rest? Well, I guess you kind of just got up, but it's going to be a late night, so you could take a nap to...
That is a 12.
Okay.
So, I guess what is being concealed here?
So each point on the map is a point of origin. As you're kind of looking through, like doing your own research on the laptop, not just with the files that you have, you're seeing a lot of reports pop up of unexpected or unexplained events happening within a radius around those points on the map. So it's not just these points on the map that are weird things are happening. These points on the map seem to be like an origin point.
And then it's just affecting the surrounding areas.
Right.
Okay. I guess for my advanced question, what is in the center of the map?
If you're to follow the 8-point star, everything directly in the center is... Okay, let me pull up the map here. I'll show everybody. Oh, there you go. You can see the whole thing. Just to the west of Salem Hospital, there is a park. It's a residential area. There's a park area. And then if you go along that bottom street, connected to that street, there is a utility road that goes back to like a power plant. What are those called? Those junction boxes, like the... I don't know what they're called.
I know what you're talking about, though.
It's a utility road that goes back to one of those big transformer...
Like a substation?
Substation, thank you, yes. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Okay.
The substation seems to be directly in the center of the entirety of the 8-pointed star.
What road is that near?
It is not in any of your files. It's not like a point on the map, so you don't have an actual address, but as you're pulling up the maps, The name of the road is Cherry Hill Avenue.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because he is so tired that he's sitting there looking, and he's like, okay, so it's either asthma and allergy officiates or Salem Pediatric Dental and Orthopedics. Nope. Okay. He's gonna go find Catherine.
Catherine. Benny comes up.
He is laying on the floor downstairs, using her duffel bag as a pillow.
I'm just gonna stand over. You know there's beds, right?
They're dusty. I don't like breathing dust.
The floor is kind of dusty too.
Not as bad. It's not like poofing up into the air when I lay on it. What's up?
Well, I figured out the center of the star. It's a substation.
Okay.
So we could go there. We could also, I was thinking, we need to figure out the ghost child situation. Might be a safe house, but it's not exactly ghost warded.
Yeah.
And then I was also looking at one of the points. It has to do with Mabon and APEP. Look, that's the corresponding thing, but Mabon is a celebration of harvest and stuff, and night and day are in a balance, but darkness is defeating the light. That's when the days start to get shorter, the nights start to get longer. Apep, who is an Egyptian goddess, is a deity who embodies chaos and was the enemy of Ra. Ra is the sun god, and so this is like ultimate darkness. So these are the two most like corresponding things that I found with my very little sleep. So I think those are the three choices.
Rest.
I took a good nap.
Okay. You need to take a better nap.
Yeah.
And we'll figure out where we need to go with everybody when the detective texts me. Unless everybody comes downstairs and we can talk about it.
Okay. I'm gonna go lay down.
Go lay down. We have somewhat of a plan. We have 3 locations to go visit, and we'll just pick one when everybody gets here.
Okay. He's gonna go back upstairs, but he's gonna turn on his little recorder and set it by the bed just in case there's any ghosts. Catch an EVP, you know.
Yeah. So everybody spends a couple hours in the afternoon kind of just relaxing, recuperating, resting. And it's about 5 o'clock in the evening when you get a text from Detective Thatch, Catherine, saying they'll be there at 6.
Guys, we have 20 minutes to book it. And I'll go, like, knock on each door. You got 20 minutes. Let's meet downstairs in, like, 5. I know the text said an hour, but she's telling everybody 20 minutes.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I mean, where should we go? Do we want to stay around here, go in the woods a mile or so, or drive around for a little bit.
Benny has a couple of locations we can go visit to continue our investigations into all of this. And our other option is still the lighthouse if we want to continue trying to figure out what's going on with the kid, but I really don't want to do that.
I spoke with Marcus.
What? Wait.
When?
How?
Like 4 hours ago?
Okay. Let's just skip the hows and whys. What did he say?
The kid wasn't the problem. He didn't kill him. It has to do with the man. But he wasn't exactly saying that he was the definitive murder, but he had something to do with it. Also, Marcus has a pocket watch that he looked at and then closed. I'm not sure if that means we're running out of time or if that means there's something in his pocket watch, because we didn't exactly get anything off his body.
What if you're looking into that a little too much and he was just seeing what time it was so he could leave? Because you did insult him constantly.
I do not think that's what it was.
Again, I don't think ghosts have curfews.
Yeah. Also, if he didn't want to talk to me, he didn't have to show up.
So,
well, if Marcus said that his death is related to this whole lighthouse thing,
yeah,
maybe that's what we need to do to clear our names, is figure this one out.
What if it... Yeah.
I don't want to die in the lighthouse, guys.
Then don't.
That's helpful. So what do we do with the map that we found? The center of it, Benny said, is a substation?
Uh-huh. Really big one.
Do your rituals or anything like that require a lot of power, like electricity power?
Mine?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh,
I'm
asking, some of them
I'm
can.
asking you and Derek if magic requires electricity.
It depends on the ritual. I mean, some can require some electrical. I mean, you always hear about like witches dancing in the forest at night kind of thing. But maybe somebody's doing something out at a substation. The thing is, the substations have a lot of different security measures. Cameras, stuff like that.
I don't know if that's something we could get into right now.
Not until our names
and then the lighthouse. Benny, was there any other places that we could consider going tonight?
There was one place. It has to do with APEP or Apophis, but it also coincides with Mabon, one of the Sabbats.
Okay.
And pretty much light and darkness fight. Darkness wins this one, and APEP is like goddess of chaos, god of chaos, and Ra's enemy, so the opposite of light and the sun, so darkness. And he's gonna pull out the folder that coincides with that point.
The one with
take
APOP?
it and look through it.
Yeah.
What is this folder?
Did we already go there?
You have not.
Okay.
So this particular folder, there are reports of missing individuals far more frequently than the rest. Like this concentrated area around, because you have now determined with your research, Benny, that it's not just this particular point, but this is the origin point. And as you're kind of looking into that, and the folder kind of confirms, there is a radius around that origin point where there's a lot of missing persons reports. People just disappear.
Yeah, there's... It's not going to be just in one point. It's like these are the center points, but it spreads out around the area. And there's a golf course, but just, south of that is a cemetery and a nature trail. So we could start there. There'd probably be less police.
There won't be anybody on a golf course at night. We can check that out.
I mean, we may as well. We got to go somewhere. At least for a little bit.
So
Wasted
there
time.
or lighthouse.
Ada, why don't you check out the file? I'm gonna pass her the file with
Okay,
the
I'm
that I was
gonna
looking at.
I'm gonna flip through the file, Joe.
Which one are you flipping through?
The file that Catherine was holding on to.
Which one
the
was
one with the
The Maybon.
missing ports,
Yeah.
missing people.
that? Okay.
Missing people.
So you're flipping through the same thing.
Yeah.
Roll me and investigate a mystery.
Okay, not what I expected.
I honestly, Joe, I gave it to her so she could do her spooky thing.
The premonition, I know, but she's gonna get that. But I want her to see if she notices something else too.
10.
Okay. Go ahead and hold 1.
Okay.
Right on a 10. No, hold 2. You hold 2.
Okay.
And you notice that a lot of the missing persons, like, they follow a pattern. There's a certain age group. They are males between the ages of 30 and 50.
Holy shit.
In fact, there's only one female in the entire folder of reports.
So these are mostly men being taken of between the ages of 30 and 40. There's only, or 30 and 50, sorry. There's also only one woman. Was she the first one to be taken, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
First one to be a victim of some kind, maybe.
First one to be reported missing in this
Yeah.
file.
In this file. Do we have a name for her?
Random name generator. Mary Smith.
Okay. Mary Smith was killed or disappeared first. Maybe. Do we have a year for her?
Yeah, 1997.
1997. So maybe we start looking into some of those missing people. Maybe our mystery man was a part of that as well? Do I find his name in any of this?
You did get a name for him, didn't you? Because you pulled his ID. So yes, you
Yeah.
do. You get, yep, Jack.
Holy shit. I found our missing guy.
What do we do with that information?
I don't know, but why is his body here? Of all places. When did he disappear, Joe?
He was reported missing in 1998.
98. So
And
he
it
went
would be
missing-
June. Have a specific day. I don't remember what it is. I'll have to look that up.
That's fine.
It's not
He-
relevant to anything. But I figured you
he-
would ask.
Yeah, of course I would. He disappeared a year after Mary. Is it like a yearly thing?
There's a lot of reports.
Okay.
This is for this particular area. There's about 50 people from the span of like early 90s, 1990. What did I say Mary was done? 1992.
7.
No, 7.
Okay, she was the first one. So from 1997 all the way up to the year 2022, there's probably about 50, 60 reports of missing people, all from this like half a mile radius around the originating
Holy-
point.
Okay.
How is this not like
Why
bigger
Why are
news?
people hearing about this?
Maybe they're trying to make sure people aren't panicking.
I mean, that's
Well, she doesn't
yeah.
know. There's still the
Oh,
the
I
all the stuff's
agree.
still open.
I'm gonna
Detective
keep
Lynette knows the name, so
She does
surely the cops will.
look into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will keep flipping through pictures and pages of this file.
Yeah, as you do. Everybody sees Ada space out again. Ada, you're brought into
Do you want me
This-
to roll first?
this vision. That's all I was going to
Okay.
say.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because
I was stuttering on the word vision. I'm sorry.
no, you're
You were
fine.
pulled into this vision. Go ahead and make your roll.
Uh, 13.
Yeah, explicit details. You get an extra bonus for 13?
It does not say.
Okay. It's just the explicit details. Okay.
Yes.
Well, you're going to wish you hadn't.
Aw, don't say words like that to me.
You find yourself in an open field. And you see what looks like a golf course, the green, the putting green, and there's the hole in the flag, and you see sprawled across the green 5 dead bodies. And as you approach and walk towards, you can confirm that you see all 5 of you are dead, and there are snakes everywhere. Some of them pit vipers, some of them large boas. So they're just a crap ton, like thousands upon thousands of snakes just crawling everywhere on this green. And then you're sucked back out of the vision.
Oh, okay.
What?
We
Also,
were all...
we should get in the van.
Yes.
Yeah, so we get in the van while she's telling us what she saw.
Yes. We were all in the in on this golf course, dead.
Fine.
On one of the putting greens, and there were snakes, all sorts of snakes.
Wait,
Were
there
you
were
able
snakes?
to see what hole it was?
Was I, Joe?
You did not see any indication of which hole you were
No.
on. You just know for sure that it was the putting green.
Yeah.
Wait, you said there were snakes.
Yes. Lots, different kinds.
Lots.
Big.
Okay, APEP is the whole thing is defined as a serpent. So
Okay.
then he's gonna start flipping through his notes frantically, looking at everything he wrote down. Okay, so there are some really weird ways to defeat APEP. They actually have it. Probably most, easiest way is fire.
Jonathan has his not a flamethrower.
Does.
Yeah, that's in the car.
In your car?
No,
No,
with
it's
all
in the back of
stuff.
the van.
Oh, thank
It's
God.
in the back seat.
The other ones are really weird. There's like spitting on him and
I mean, I could spit on a god. I don't give a shit.
also defiling with the left foot.
What's that mean?
I didn't want to look into it more. I figured there were other options.
Like spitting and fire.
Yeah, like those. We could also lance him or take a knife, but I don't know if you guys really want to like knife a bunch of snakes. In fact, I'd rather stay away from snakes.
I would much rather set snakes on fire.
Well, that worked though.
But that does mean that this is corresponding with like everything we found is correct. If there's a bunch of snakes in the area that corresponds with the god who is depicted as a serpent.
Yeah. Do we go there though?
Well, it sounds like anywhere we go, you're gonna see us dying. So
Fair.
Yeah, have you ever
Careful,
not
you
seen
guys.
us dying?
No.
And we haven't died. So maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just telling us where to go every time.
You almost died in the first place.
Well, we're all always almost dying.
But we didn't.
Where am I driving, guys? I'm driving at this point, Joe.
Yeah, you're just driving along the road.
I mean, okay, it could be at the golf course, but it could also, we could find stuff around the surrounding areas too, not just at the golf course. There's also a really fun cemetery nearby.
No.
Do we know if the golf course is closed at this time? Like how?
If you
only
guys are leaving,
5
yeah, if you
something.
guys are leaving at about 5:30, let's say, you said 20 minutes, but obviously it took you a little bit longer. So 5:30. The golf course closes at 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There might still be a
Well, no,
couple.
it opens
people
at
around,
7:30.
but-
sorry, it closes at 5. It's already closed.
Oh, good.
Great.
Ow. That was my hip.
I say we just go check out the area. We don't have to go on to the golf course.
Did I
But we
bring
might
the-
be able to... Yeah, bring the not flamethrower,
Okay.
just in
Yes.
case. Also, Joe, I'm going to play back my recording device with my headphones and see if I picked up anything in the house.
Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, which is actually kind of, you expected to pick up some orbs because of the amount of dust in this location, but you didn't even pick up an orb. Nothing exciting whatsoever.
He's thoroughly disappointed.
So you drive and you head towards the Meadows Golf Course. And as you're approaching, there's a long road off of Washington Street that you turn down and you head down, and there are houses on both sides. These are some fairly nice houses. This is probably a nicer district. And as you're approaching, the parking lot itself is empty. There's no, there are no cars parked in there. There's kind of a roundabout that you can go around, and then there's the, what is it called? The golf shop, the main building that you like rent the clubs and rent the tea time and everything from. The clubhouse is right there. The lights are still on in the clubhouse, but again, there's no cars in the parking lot or anything.
I'm gonna make it a point to keep an eye out for security cameras and stuff.
There, as you're kind of, I assume, Catherine, you would probably like go around the roundabout to kind of get a look.
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of go around that roundabout, you can see that there is at least one camera that you can see trained on the front door. And as you're pulling around that roundabout, you can see there's a road that leads back behind the golf course. It says employees only on a post.
Do you guys want me to go down there and pretend I'm lost? Okay. I go down there, and if we get stopped, my immediate thing is, I'm really lost. GPS said to turn down this road, and now I don't know where I'm at. Can you help me get back
For a
to the main
place to
road?
turn around, you know, this thing's just so big. And
You come around, and there is nobody actually there, but there are 5, there's like a little parking section behind the building, and there are 5 cars that are currently parked.
Do you guys want to leave and come back when these cars are gone? What do you want to do?
I mean, if there's bodies everywhere, this might be. Those cars might belong to those bodies.
not 5 in
Question,
one go.
God. Looking at the map, does Hingston Street lead onto the golf course?
It kind of wraps around, and it's not a full street behind there. There's the parking lot, and then there's the golf cart roads, so you couldn't drive the minivan back onto there. It's not wide enough. It's for golf carts.
I
What do you
mean,
guys want me to do?
We could always go to the Cedar Grove Cemetery. It's pretty close to the golf course. If we make our way through that, we might be able to, I don't know, sneak on the green. That's what you call a golf course, right?
I mean, I think we can sneak out there. It's just a matter, I don't know. Our car is kind of hard to hide.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Are there golf carts around?
You can see a couple that are parked like to the side of the building, but there's a shed over where the Hinkston area is at, where you were looking at on the map. You can see the shed in the distance. That's where all of the golf carts are parked.
Well, what do you guys think?
I mean, if we're just in and out, maybe it doesn't matter where we put our car. Just check things out, and if we don't see anything, we leave.
Or we get in trouble for trespassing.
Yeah, they might see our van and call the cops, and that's kind of the last thing we need right now.
Can't pull the whole I didn't know where I was going if we're wandering around in the middle of a golf course.
I mean, we can get in trouble for trespassing and get thrown off the property, probably. But seeing as they want to talk to us about Markus, that's less likely going to be what happens. We can try a different location. What have you got for me, Benny?
I mean, we still might be able to find stuff at the cemetery. We could go to Carroll Savage Park. That's not far. It's still kind of within the radius.
Let's do the park, because the park is open
Probably
a lot
late.
longer,
Yeah.
so we can just
There's
park.
also a convenience store not far from here. We should probably pick up some food.
Yeah, I'm starving. All right, so let's go get food. And we'll do some digging. But I think Benny's right. Food is probably a good priority to have because we haven't eaten since breakfast, and we didn't even get to finish our breakfast.
That's true. Okay. Park. Food. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so you head on over to the park, park your car, and walk on over to the convenience store. Pretty basic convenience store. There is one person at the register. It is a young woman, probably in her late teens, early 20s. She looks bored out of her mind.
Benny,
Hmm.
you should ask her about the disappearances and stuff. If there's any rumors that she's heard.
Why do I have to do it? You're like literally asking the most socially awkward person.
That's exactly why. She's not gonna assume anything weird. You're very unassuming. Go,
Thank
don't
you.
push him up there.
Hi.
Pops, snaps her gum.
Next to Benny.
You're gonna what?
I'm standing next to you, Benny.
Moral support. Great.
Yeah.
She pops her gum, looks up from their counter. She is reading like a Cosmo. Is Cosmo still a thing? Cosmo magazine. She's reading a magazine. I don't know. A hip and cool, trendy magazine.
Better Home and Garden. There you go.
That's,
We were just wondering. We heard like we're from out of town, and we've heard rumors about people going missing. Do you know anything about that?
yeah, I know lots of people go missing.
Yeah, but like in this area specifically, like the golf course.
I mean, I
Is
don't
golf deadly?
think so. I mean, you could get hit with a golf ball. That'd be bad. But they would be taken to the hospital, not disappear.
You don't know of any disappearances around here?
I mean, people go missing all the time. Isn't that pretty normal? I mean...
Yeah.
I mean, that's... It's sad. I'm not trying to... But, like, there's a lot of bad people out there, and people go missing. Like... That's kind of an odd conversation to have with somebody that you don't know. Like... I don't understand why you're asking me this.
Because I'm a paranormal investigator.
No, he's just being paranoid. He's silly. Don't worry.
I'm not being paranoid. I'm not scared. What?
I've traveled too. I'm always leery about, you know, stopping for gas and stuff like that. You never know with people around, like what their intentions are, but it's kind of a creepy way to ask that. I mean,
yeah, that was really creepy. Sorry.
You know, some areas are more dangerous than others, and
it's a good thing you're with a... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It's a good thing you're with a group, because if you came up to me like that on your own, I'd probably call the cops.
No, okay, see, it's... I read a paranormal blog, and he's gonna, like, slide his card to her. And so I'm always on the lookout for
that always normalizes everything.
Here's my business card.
Okay.
Eric leans over to Ada and is just like, this is not going as I was hoping.
I'd like to add I am not currently wielding the not a flamethrower.
That's probably
not
a good
just
thing.
standing there with it in my hands.
She kind of looks at it and then slides it back across the counter. Uh-huh.
So I was just, you know, trying to get information on the disappearances so I can...
Benny.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some chips. Thanks for your...
Yeah,
as he goes,
she like
walks
watches
past
you.
Derek, he's just gonna punch him in the arm.
Doesn't even say
Takes a
anything.
minute to talk to her about like normal conversations that people have, and it's just like apologizing profusely.
Yeah, it's okay. I get it. It's okay. Everybody's different, I guess.
I think Mom dropped him on his head when he was a baby or something.
Ooh.
That has to be it. That's the only explanation. And she's
Then he
like,
glares at her over the aisle.
It's just, you know, that's kind of I don't know. That's just weird. Like, you don't talk to people like that nowadays. You don't just walk up to a stranger and ask them about disappearances. With trafficking and like, I'm here by myself working my shift, and someone comes up and asks me about disappearances. That's not cool. Now I'm just a little on edge.
Well, at least you're behind the big plastic thing they've got for you now since COVID and everything.
Yeah, it's not that safe, but yeah, it does provide me a modicum of safety. At least I don't work at a gas station. Those places get robbed all the time.
Yeah. Well, here's what I want, what I'm getting, and I'm gonna put my snacks on the counter.
Oh, okay, yeah. And she starts to ring you up. She seems to be a lot less defensive now that the situation seems to kind of have been diffused a little bit. Boop, 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 boop.
I'll teach him how to talk to people better.
He has a nice voice. It was an odd subject to bring up to a stranger.
Yeah.
This close to the evening hours, like, and
It came off creepy.
she kind of leans in. People do go missing here a lot.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of why I
make sure to
took
get
it as
home
a
by night.
threat.
No, we'll just make sure we're off the streets by nightfall.
Well, it happens during the day too. People
Well,
just
that's
up and
comforting.
disappear. You have to be careful and kind of watch your back around here.
It doesn't seem that dangerous of a place.
It's not to most people.
Well, I know you guys get a lot of tourism, don't you?
Not so much out here. This is more of... A lot of people work in Salem and live out here, so they commute in. Salem gets a lot of tourism. We're out here in Peabody, and we don't see a lot of tourism. There is a couple of hotels down the way though that people like to stay at because they're a little cheaper than staying in town.
Oh, thank you. That helps us out a great deal.
Yeah, a couple of them down there. Your total's $23.
Yeah, I give her the $23 and I continue to bullshit my way out of making her feel uncomfortable.
As she reaches out to give you your change, you see she has a tattoo on her wrist. It's upside down and very hard to make out exactly what the tattoo looks like, but it definitely has a circle underneath a pentagram, and it looks like some squiggly lines. As she hands you her your change, and then reaches back across the desk.
Hey, that's cool. Where'd you have that done at?
Oh, there's a tattoo parlor. She immediately, you could tell, gets a bit defensive and a bit more. The tattoo parlor up there, I have a couple of them that they did. I got a really cool tiger on the back of my shoulder down my arm.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm gonna start showing her my tattoos and like show her my star of life that I have on my arm and everything else, and start trying to get her to talk about the tattoos so I could see it again.
You will notice that she talks about all the tattoos except for the one that you saw her flash.
Okay. Guys, I don't know how to talk to people. What do I say?
Thank you, and then walk away. She gave you your change.
You can, if you would like to, you could roll a manipulate someone to get her to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're rolling charm for that.
Which is awesome because I have a +2 to charm. That's 11, 13.
Yep. Catherine's our face.
What did you roll? I'm sorry.
13.
Oh, that's a 12 plus. Okay, cool. She looks quite uncomfortable, but after you ask about that tattoo and ask about it, she does roll her sleeve back and show you the full tattoo proper, and you will now see that that tattoo is in fact a circle with an upside down pentagram with a snake over top of it.
Okay.
He shows that to you as she's kind of explaining, oh yeah, that's a circle. And she looks very uncomfortable as she kind of explains, this one was not by choice. I was given this tattoo. It has to do with the people that go missing around here.
Is it protecting you?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. That's cool.
It keeps me from being among those who disappear, at least.
Oh, wow. Maybe I should get one like it. And she just looks to the floor like she's thinking really hard.
She kind of... I wouldn't recommend it. Not unless you're serious about joining.
Joining what?
I can't talk about this here. But if you meet me... And she kind of jots down an address, scribbles it down on a piece of paper. After my shift, I tell you all about it. Maybe we can help each other. Your friend said that you guys are paranormal investigators. You're into the paranormal stuff.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, maybe after my shift away from the cameras and everything, we could have a discussion.
Sounds good. When do you get off?
I get off about 10.
Cool. We'll see you at this address at 10.
Kind of nervously, she does look like she is now very nervous about what's going on. She looks like she may have spilled some things she's not comfortable spilling.
Right. I'm gonna smile very friendly and go, come on guys, act like she's gonna ring you out so we can go. and then I'll tell them about it once we get back in the car.
Jeez, what the hell was that about? She was like pretty weird with that tattoo.
She said it would protect her from being abducted or go missing or whatever is going on here. And she said unless we were serious about joining, she's going to give us more information later if she survives. Because that's been our luck so far. People just...
Have any of you ever seen a symbol like that before? I mean, obviously separately, but together?
God?
Benny, you've been doing a lot of research on a lot of this stuff. And do you have any features that give you knowledge on occult kind of things?
I do have...
What about you, Jonathan, as a searcher? Would you have anything that give you like some kind of knowledge on symbolism or something like that?
I do have my mystical library as my haven.
I'm gonna say that after racking your brain for a little bit, Benny, you do recognize this as a type of sigil. It's a type of symbol. Obviously, the pentagram has meaning. There's a serpent involved. It's definitely some kind of symbol or sigil, but it doesn't really give you the exact meaning.
I just feel like I've seen it somewhere before. Like, I don't know if it's like a band logo or if it was something real. I mean, obviously it is real, or she thinks it's real, and I'm going to look through my phone. I'm going to use my preparedness to see if I still have that file, if I copied over that PDF to my Google Drive wherever I saw this before.
I'm going to say you do have it.
Okay.
You have to scroll pretty far. It's been a while since you've seen it, which is probably a long time long ago, which is why it was so hard to remember. It showed up on a Wikipedia page and it's a very small entry, like maybe a paragraph about a cult that was prominent in the 90s that died out very suddenly.
It's like a cult. It's like something with a cult from I don't know, like 25, 30 years ago. Let me just show them. It doesn't really say much, and it's just a Wikipedia page. And I guess we'll find out tonight, but at least we know we're walking into some sort of cult.
Another one. Or maybe the same one.
I mean, if we're thinking these are all connected, then... But Benny, you did say that it was all different gods, so... We don't know how many people are involved in this.
I'm wondering if they need to perform different rituals at these points to open up something in the center. I mean, it would make sense if the substation is in the center. That's power and energy, and that would be something that they could focus on.
What could they be trying to bring back or bring here or do?
Well, everything that I've read, darkness, death, and destruction.
I mean, what if they're trying to stop those things? And I guess leaving all those bodies on the way isn't a great way to stop destruction, but sacrifice for a greater good.
Greater evil.
As you're all driving away and heading towards your next location, waiting for that meeting to take place with the individual that you met at the convenience store, this is where we're going to end this episode. We'll pick up, not next week, right? The following. I think, wait, pull up my calendar and make sure, because we have 1 that's off and then 3 on. Yes, we are playing next week. So we'll pick up next week at 9 p.m. for the next episode of Spirit, and we will pick up while we're meeting the convenience store clerk at the address that you were given. Join us next time on Spirit. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for those donations. We have another show tomorrow night at 9 p.m. called Avatar, the Saga of the White Lotus, where we play the new Avatar Legends TTRPG. So join us for the next episode of that. And then Tuesday, we have the next episode of Anthropocene. We do have a Kickstarter going on right now for a visual novel dating simulator inspired by popular TTRPGs, so check that out. There's a free demo that you can download and play, absolutely free. It's a demo/prologue, so you can check out what the story is going to be like, how the gameplay is going to work, the affection points, all that kind of stuff at the free demo on itch.io, and then you can support the Kickstarter. Not only do you get a free copy of the game, you'll also get beta access as development goes, plus you'll also, you can put your face in the game. You can become a romanceable NPC. All these other awesome benefits by backing the Kickstarter.
You can also get spicy scenes that nobody else gets,
like habanero,
mild Taco Bell sauce.
So check that out, and then I think that's it. Follow us on all the socials. We have a 500 follower goal we're trying to reach for Twitch, so help us get those follows, and check out the nerdasylum.com for all past episodes of everything that we've got going on. And yeah, that's it. I think I covered everything.
Homeward on Thursday.
Homeward on Thursday.
Yep.
Tuesday.
That's it.
Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We got a lot going on. Go to the nerdasylum.com and click on content, and there's a schedule for all our current show listings. So yeah, check on all that so that you can see what's going on. Until next time, stay nerdy, friends. Bye.